Okay, so the what time is the show again?
The show will commence at 3:30 and it will go on until 5:30. After which we will all line up outside Pukuna and walk towards Vihar Mahadevi.
And of course, you said the walk is to make people aware of cancer. So in the procession of the walk, is there any intentions of maybe raising more funds for the Cancer Foundation?
We have one small project there. There will be a lantern available.
Okay.
The lantern will carry the universal symbol for cancer.
Okay.
And this is in order to, we feel that it's going to be quite visually powerful if the lantern is carried while we walk.
Okay.
And also it will create, a good atmosphere for the cricket walk.
May I take your question that which we didn't answer? We had a Facebook, we had a website, we did our tickets on e-ticketing. We are concerned that we go green.
Okay.
So we try to maintain that children are groomed in that way.
All right. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for this session with you guys. Of course, if you want to know a little bit more about the Stafford Sri Lankan School in Doha, Qatar, you can visit www.voiceofslsd.com. That's www.voiceofslsd.com. I just want to wish you all the very best with the performance that is coming up on the 16th. Of course, things have been going great your way, it seems, and I'm sure on the 16th things will turn out very well, and also all the best for the walk. And I must tell you, we at MTV Sports, we find one of the reasons you are here is that we find this initiative quite remarkable from your end. So thank you for being on the show, and all the best.
Thank you very much, Fazal.
Thank you.
Don't go away. We'll be right back after a short break. Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka here on MTV Sports. Of course, I'm extremely excited today because it is Valentine's Day. It's always lovely to come across Valentine's Day every year. And like I said, even if you are single, it doesn't mean you really need to spend Valentine's Day with your husband or your wife, or even if it's with a girlfriend or boyfriend. It's just a general celebration of love, and you can spend it with whoever you love. And also, just to talk a little bit more about it, I'm sure a lot of you are planning on going out there and buying roses today, and of course on Valentine's Day it's usually red roses and pink roses that are bought. Also, just to let you know that around the world, now the Bangkok Post has reported that Thailand is the most expensive country to buy roses. Yes, and the average price of a rose in Thailand is about 400 to 1,500 baht each. And that's like about, if you calculate that in rupees, it's like about 1,800 to 6,500 rupees a rose. So yeah, if any Sri Lankans are out there in Thailand and if they are buying roses, I pity them. And of course, the Economic and Business Forecasting Center at the University of the Thai Chamber of Commerce forecasts that about 3.21 billion baht will be circulated in the economy on Thursday. That's today, Valentine's Day, and this has been the highest in 5 years. Now, I know that, like I said, like most of you will be looking into buying flowers today. We did make a few calls around, and in average, the price of a rose here in Sri Lanka is between 250 to 300 rupees. Also, like I said before, we've had a Valentine's promotion that was running, and of course tonight 10 lucky winners will be able to celebrate our Valentine's treat at Cinnamon Bay in Beruwala. So stay tuned over the weekend, and we'll give you a little few clips about how their dates tonight actually happened. And also just I know, like, since a lot of people around the world are enthusiastic about Valentine's, but of course there are certain countries out there who do have issues, and one such country is Pakistan, where very recently there was a protest in Peshawar. The supporters of Pakistan's main religious party staged a noisy protest against Valentine's Day on Tuesday, denouncing it as un-Islamic and calling for a day of modesty instead. Well, of course, that is there in those are different groups in Pakistan. Of course, we do get this in and around the world where different groups, have issues with different topics, and of course it's sometimes a cultural thing as well. And also we've got another interesting, not interesting, rather interestingly sad story, if I am to put it that way, where a fox attacked a 4-week-old baby boy inside South London home and severed one of his tiny fingers on Wednesday. And we've got a little clip on that, so check this out.
British police are investigating a reported fox attack on a 1-month-old baby boy who was admitted to St Thomas's Hospital in London on Wednesday. Local media reported the baby had his finger torn off by a fox after being dragged from his cot at home in Bromley, southeast London. Neighbours of the baby's family were concerned at the large number of foxes seen in the area. A male neighbour said that he had seen around 25 foxes on his way home late one night. Another female neighbour said she had experienced 2 incidents with foxes near her home.
Foxes in the street.
25?
Yeah, 20 to 25 it could be, roughly, congregating around just in the street, just around the corner. I didn't know whether to pass them or not.
There's been 2 incidents where my daughter, my daughter, she was washing a car, and when she came to come back in to get something from the house, she saw a fox just about to come in, right, and then she had to clap her hands, and then it scarpered. But my son was upstairs too, so and another time I was like in my kitchen washing up, and all of a sudden I felt like something was watching me, and when I looked up on my husband's shed, there was a big fox just lying.
Surgeons were able to reattach the baby's finger, and he was said to be recovering well.
Okay, well, that's a little sad story that happened in South London. That was, of course, as you mentioned, the baby was asleep in his crib when a fox entered through an open back door at a home in the borough of Lewisham. The infant's mother was home and was alerted to the attack by the baby's screams. She ran to the baby's room where she discovered he had been dragged from his cot onto the floor, and the wild fox had his small hand in its jaw. So that was a little bit about that. And also there was another story which happened, a little incident that happened earlier on this week, and of course you would have heard about the international retail giant Tesco, which is actually a large British multinational. And of course they were caught in the middle of a horse meat scandal, and this was on a product which is called a everyday value spaghetti bolognese, and a retailer has found through DNA tests, after suspicions, of course, the retailer had found that it contained 60% horse meat when it was actually supposed to be beef. And of course the meal was withdrawn from sale on Tuesday, and they found out that it comes from the French factory producing another product which is Findus beef lasagna, and it is one of several products that have been withdrawn from UK shelves amid the current scandal over horse meat in food products in the UK and Europe. And of course the Environmental Secretary Owen Paterson has told MPs of plans to test all processed beefs in the UK, and this is of course because there has been 1 or 2 incidents where they have reported false beef coming into different products in the UK. And of course a little scary situation if people are not fans of horse meat. And of course like I said, we've almost come to an end of the show, and of course it's Valentine's Day, and before we wrap up, I would just like to wish all of you a very, 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 very happy Valentine's, and I hope that you make it a special one. Thank you for watching. Join us again tomorrow at the same time. Bye bye.